Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going over how you can easily solo the new 7-star Infernape raid with a Komodo build. So we have our little shiny Komodo here. I'm actually not sure how big he is, quite small. Fighting Terror type there, level 100 with a Shell Bell to help restore some of that health as you are using Body Press. So Drain Punch, Iron Defense and Body Press. This is a consistent build that we've used before, but we do want the ability to be bulletproof, so Aura Sphere does no effect on you. You want an Impish Nature, so special attack down and defense up. Obviously max IVs, and then EV spread here, max in HP, max in defense, and a couple in special defense. As no point putting it in speed, as you won't be able to match it. So let's get into the raid itself. It's fairly straightforward. Speed Dealer Sunnies are on there, and let's get into it. So I have done this a few times now. I've done a bit of testing. I would recommend getting an Intimidate partner. It isn't a requirement, but I've had a couple of raids not go the way I'd hoped right at the end. I did get crit right at the end and nearly lost my mind. So make sure you get an Intimidate user. You want to open up with Drain Punches until you do hit that reset, which shouldn't take too long. And there you go. That kind of proves why we got Bulletproof there, because we do block that Aura Sphere straight away. Don't know why the AI continues to use it, but obviously very helpful for us if they do. Let's keep hitting with Drain Punch. Obviously it doesn't really matter at the moment, it's just going to do more damage than Body Press. He's going to kind of rotate between Terror Blast and Grass Knot. Grass Knot is definitely the thing you need to look out for in this raid. It is a massive pain in the ass, and if you do get crit, it's probably time to reset the raid, to be completely honest. He does hit you here and take your Terror Orb. That will always happen. That's normally about 10% in, and then at about 15% in, he'll reset your stats, which is basically what we're waiting for here. As you can see, pretty easy here. The Arbor Lever does help, but not necessary either, guys. Just make sure you've got one Intimidate partner. 2 would be insane. Obviously, it would be very, very easy, but 1 should be enough there. Here we go, time. He'll put up his shield and reset your stats in a second. Going to hit him again with a Drain Punch if necessary, if he hasn't reset your stats, but he does here. There we go. It does also mean Aura Sphere will hit you while your ability is down, but that's fine. Go for those 3 Iron Defenses in a row. That's your priority right now. You will take a rotation of hits. There's not really any consistency. Aura Sphere hits us now because of that ability being negated. But then he will rotate between Flare, Blitz, and Grass Knot and Terror Blast. Grass Knot's definitely the worst of it. Sometimes with a crit he can damage you a lot, so make sure you're using your heal cheers if you really need to. But there we go. For some reason he uses Aura Sphere again, which helps us out massively. When this raid does go right, guys, you will absolutely breeze through it, but when it goes wrong, it can go very wrong, which is very annoying. So if things aren't going your way, guys, please just reset. Don't waste your time. If you take a big hit and you're going to go down, just reset. Definitely had some frustrations with this one today trying to get this build, but when it does work, it is super effective. You'll see how much time we have left. He's going to use the negate effects on himself there, and then he'll always follow up with a Nasty Plot, but he only ever uses Nasty Plot once, so don't worry about that too much. And then obviously Intimidate will constantly knock down his attack, but he will use Sword Dance later, as you'll see. There we go. He does use the Grass Knot that I'm talking about. It's a huge amount of damage there. Even he got a crit there, but even without a crit, it does quite a lot. Body Press is not going to do too much until we've terrored, but obviously the Shell Bell will keep us kind of slowly increasing and restoring that health, which is good. Arbor Lever obviously helps out in that one as well. Here we go. Terror into your fighting, and then hit him with the Body Press, and you'll see the amount of damage you do is quite big. And while our Arcanine there keeps using Intimidate, it kind of puts Infernape in a really bad spot, which is exactly what we want. This raid is a little bit difficult depending on the luck of your setup, which is really annoying, and just kind of a lot of RNG. So as you see there, that wasn't even a crit, but as we've gone away from that fighting dragon and just fighting, Grass Knot does start to hit us a lot more, so use Drain Punch if you really need to, although Body Press is probably still going to use more damage, and you're probably going to get more from the Shell Bell, so I don't use it here. Probably stick with Body Press, but yeah, if things are going dire, maybe give it a shot. Perfect for us if he uses Flare Blitz. Does absolutely nothing except for the burn, which can be a little bit annoying, but nothing huge there, and he does damage himself as well. Go into another Body Press. Huge amount of health down there. There is a couple little tricks that come in after he resets his shield, which is really annoying, which we'll see after our next hit. Sword Dance there, isn't really going to do too much because we are kind of knocking him down with the Intimidate user. So Sword Dance is irrelevant in this if you do have an Intimidate user, but if you don't, it can be incredibly frustrating and he can start to hit you for some damage with those moves that normally wouldn't matter too much. There we go, break his shield. You will now see that he goes into a focus energy, which is really annoying because he's going to start critting very, very consistently. This is where I've had the raid go wrong without the Intimidate user, which is so frustrating when you've only got one attack left to clear it. As you'll see here, we do hit him with a body press before he can do anything. So when it does go right, guys, look, the time is about 50% done, maybe 45% done. Very consistent run through on this one, which is amazing because this raid is difficult. I'm going to keep working on a few other builds as well. I've been doing some Azumarill and Karadin, things like that, fairly consistent as well. I'll put those out throughout the weekend. But if this raid guide did help you out, guys, please leave us a like and a comment about if you do like the build. Let us know if there's any improvements. Don't forget to subscribe as well, as we're about to hit 1,000 subs. So close, never thought the day would happen, so we do appreciate it, guys, if you would leave us a like and subscribe if you like the content. Let us know what builds you've been using this weekend. I know the raid's only been up for a couple of hours, but there seems to be some pretty solid builds out there. I do think it should be a fairly easy one to farm for Herba. As you see, Salty Herba and Sour Herba there for me. So hopefully this was helpful, guys. If it was, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.